So how do you know when it's hope deferred or really just a longing that you want to fulfill? That's what we're talking about today in Wednesday in the Word. We are in Proverbs 13:12, which says, "Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life." Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. This is a classic verse. I've heard it tons of times. And what I want to talk to you today about is, how do you know the difference between a hope and a longing? Okay. How do you know when it's a hope that maybe it's deferred and it's making you sick? It's making you like really want it, really desire it. It's kind of making your heart hurt a little bit. Or if it's just a longing that you just need to kind of wait for and work through and wait on God's timing. So let me define the two different things right now. Hope is an expectation. Okay, it's something that you're looking forward to. And as Christians, our hope should only rest in one thing, and that is God, Jesus Christ, eternity. Only the things that will last into eternity is really what we should have our hope on. So hope is expectation, and it's something that we look forward to. A longing is just a desire. It's a craving. It's something that you want. It is a food. It's a nice car. It's a new home. It's a place to visit. Okay, so hope is an expectation. It's something that you're looking forward to. And really the only thing that we should have our hope on is something that's eternal. God, an eternal relationship, intimacy, community, unity, that kind of stuff. But a longing is really just something on this earth that we can do, that we can like fulfill this craving or this desire that we have. That's the difference. And this verse jumped out at me because a lot of time we get hope and longing mixed up. And we read this verse and we're like, yeah, I know what it feels like to have my hope deferred because I've really been hoping in this one thing and I've been waiting for this one thing and I've been asking God for this one thing and he just hasn't done it for me and I'm just getting so sick of waiting. And I can totally relate with Proverbs 13:12 that my hope has been deferred. But I'm reminded of the story of Paul. He asked God 3 times to take care of something in his life. And God said, no, I've put that in your life. I'm not answering that prayer because I've put there because in your weakness I am made strong. And so just because we want something doesn't mean A, that it's something that we should hope for, and B, doesn't mean it's something that God's going to give us. And a lot of times we get cravings, we get desires, we get longings mixed up with things that we should be hoping for. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. The only things that we really should be hoping for are things that we're going to get in eternity, and things that we've been given and deposited in our hearts that are going to be carried out with us into eternity. I'm going to give you some quick tips to help figure out what hope is versus longing, okay? A hope typically cannot be something that you can purchase. Your hope should not be something that you can get at Walmart or the car store, or it can't be a destination that you can go. I mean, I just hope that I can get to Israel one day. I hope I can get to Italy one day. Your hope should not be in something that you can put $20 down or $100 or $100,000 down for. That's not what your hope should be in. So hope cannot typically be something that you purchase. It's not something that can be met by things on this earth. Your hope shouldn't be in that. Hope shouldn't be in people. It shouldn't be in places, and it shouldn't be in things, because those things can't fulfill your hope. If you think hope is in a person, place, or thing, if you think your hope is found on anything on this earth, That is not hope. That is a longing. That is a desire. Well, Pastor Mike, I just hope that God brings me the right woman or man in my life. Well, guess what? He's not going to just bring that to you and your life is going to be instantly perfect. Your longing for a husband or wife might be met, but don't put your hope in that person solving all the problems of your life or giving you eternal happiness, because it won't. The things that you long for, the things that you desire, the things that you want, all the things that your eye desires, or your mouth or your stomach, your appetite, all those things that cannot hold your hope. That is called a longing, okay? There is a difference. The hope that this verse refers to can only be met by things that are eternal. So there's a few things. True intimacy. True intimacy. Your hope should be in the hope of true intimacy. True intimacy with people who are Christ-centered, who you know you're going to spend eternity with. True intimacy with Jesus Christ. True intimacy with the Father. True intimacy with the Holy Spirit, who all three are one. True intimacy, relationship, community, unity, those are definitely things that we should be putting our hope in. That's not a longing, okay? That is where our hope should be. God's omnipotence that works all things out for our good in God's perfect timing, that is what fulfills hope. God's power to map out our lives, to take us different places in life, to give us certain things in life in the perfect timing, that is what we should be hoping for. And I promise you that God will give you the grace to walk through his timeline for the things that he has set up to bless you with or to take you through. So when it's hope that's in God, not only do we hope for the things of God, but we're also given the grace to walk through the timeline that God has set up for us. So I think that anyone who says, man, I'm just sick over this, I want this so bad, that's not where your hope is. That is a longing. And it says a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. So when that longing is fulfilled, you feel like you're given life. You feel like you're given a new breath of fresh air that you can kind of keep moving on in. But hope can only come through walking in God's timing and walking in his will, allowing him to bring things about, but also walking in the grace that he gives. So here's the easiest way to tell if it's hope or if it's longing. Can I obtain it in my own power? If you can obtain it in your own power, it's not worth putting your hope into, but it's okay to long for it. But don't put your hope in it. And don't hope for it, and don't allow yourself to become sick from not having it. If you can obtain it with your own power, it's probably a longing. And it's not something that you want to base your hope on. So hope deferred makes the heart sick, yes. And a longing fulfilled is a tree of life, yes. But don't put your hope in the things that you should be longing for. It's okay to have a desire or an appetite for things. Man, I really want a boat right now. It's like the perfect weather for it. I've had a boat before. I know how enjoyable it is to be out on the water. I personally love the water. I would take a boat right now in a hot second. I would just snatch one up if I had the money. But I'm realizing that it's a longing for me, and I shouldn't put hope in it to think that my life is going to be so much better if I get this boat. Because I promise you, there's nothing materialistic. There's nothing of this world except for people and true intimate relationships. Other than that, there's nothing in this world that can really bring you true fulfillment. And there's nothing in this world that you should really be putting your hope in. So how do you know if it's a difference between hope and a longing? Can you obtain it with your own power? And if yes, it's probably just a longing and it's not worth putting your hope into. That's my thoughts for today. That is Wednesday in the Word. Have a great rest of your week. I love you guys. I am praying for you. And remember, we are all in this together.